Hey, so I wanted to talk about social media being vilified. Do you think that social media has become vilified? Do you think that maybe we as a society have deemed it to be, one of society's ills or evils, as they say? I don't know if I said that right, but yeah, do you think social media has become toxic? Um, and I want to say that for me, um, personally, I don't feel that social media is inherently evil or, you know. Now, granted, there are certain aspects of social media, like the misinformation and, people reporting things inaccurately or using it to harbor, harbor or harness, garner, uh, trying to basically promote hate. Um, that's different. Or like kids being on social media and looking at things that they probably shouldn't be looking at. That's different. There are exceptions. And just with anything else, there's good and there's bad to everything. But I feel that social media can be very positive and constructive in many different ways. Um, and this is kind of like ties in with being on social media. Like if you're having a day off and you decide to bed rot for the day. Let's just say that, you're paying your bills. For the most part, you're responsible. I don't see anything wrong with that. If you want to watch silly videos of cats doing backflips or, just things that are random, is that really a bad thing? If you're relatively productive and responsible. Now, if you're not, let's just say, like, you're living in mom's basement and you're and you're not doing anything with your life, you probably shouldn't be on social media. You should be probably on Indeed or something. But, you know. But I think within reason, I just feel like it's become demonized. I feel like, like I have a friend, for example. I hope she's not watching this. But I'm not saying her name anyway, so anyway. But I have a friend who I used to send like really funny videos like on TikTok and stuff, and now she used to watch them and laugh, react, and send me stuff too, and she stopped. And I didn't ask her, but one day I was talking to her, and she said, "Oh, I'm trying to be off social media because I want to pursue my goals," And I was like, "Okay, that's fine." I understand. I didn't say it, but I was thinking it, whatever. Anyway, but but then it's like, I haven't really seen her. I haven't really seen much has changed in her life. So it's like the whole point of that was for her to like succeed in her goals, and I haven't noticed anything. She still complains that she needs to get on it and be more productive. And so I just find it ironic because I'm like, was social media the real problem? Um. So I don't know. It's just interesting because I feel like, and just a few years ago, do you guys remember when, being on your phone was vilified? Like if you're, people in public, you would hear about people kind of judging others who were on their phones or constantly on their phones when they're in public. And you don't notice how you don't really hear that as much these days. At least I don't. Not as much as a few years ago. And it seems like we all kind of accepted it because it's so ubiquitous. Like everybody, oh, almost fell. It's all, like everybody's on their phones now. So it's not the, I don't know. I think we as a society have accepted it. But I think it's okay to bed rot. Unpopular opinion, maybe. I respect everybody's opinion. But I think it's okay to bed rot. I think it's okay to kind of take it easy and not do anything one day a week or once every so often. I mean, if you're not doing your laundry and you're not, you know, showering, then then that's something else, right? Obviously. Um, yeah. PSA, shower regularly, please. Um, at least once a day, or once a day, at least. I don't know. Um, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I thought about this and I'm like, this is something I wanted to do a video about for a while. Because I haven't seen many videos on it. Usually it's the opposite message. Usually people are talking about how, like, we're so addicted to our phones, and there's probably a grain of truth to that. For some people that might actually be true. But I just feel like we've gone a little too far with judging those who, I mean, there's like a wealth of entertainment, with, there's a, can you guys see it? It's like there's a mosquito on my lens. It's right there. I don't know if you can see it. Shoo. Okay. Anyway, there's like a wealth of like entertainment at our fingertips. And I love TikTok, but I don't really spend too much time on TikTok. I spend most of my time on YouTube watching videos, which is what inspired me to do YouTube, is because, I don't know, I was inspired by other creators. So I don't know, I just feel like, we've stigmatized being on social media. We've stigmatized bed rotting. We've stigmatized just doing not much. Like, I think it's conducive to our mental health and well-being. Yeah, of course. Maybe reading a book is more constructive. Maybe going for a walk is better. But, I mean, where do you draw the line? Okay, you could also say that the person that's going for a walk, you should go to the gym. And the person that's going to the gym, you could be like, well, instead of going to the gym, you should hire a trainer and really be more committed to your workout instead of just going to the gym on your own a couple times a week. And I guess the person that has a trainer that's more devoted to his fitness, you could be like, I guess you could tell him, like, well, you could become a bodybuilder. I mean, it's like, where do you draw the line? I think everything within reason. Maybe we shouldn't be so judgy. That's a separate video. Maybe we should just, like, be more gentle with ourselves. And this is a whole separate conversation that I do definitely want to do a video about at some point soon. It's like how we as a society we're all so busy. We're all so strained. Most of us are strained. Like, this society, especially in the United States, it's just go, 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 go. And I notice that people, like friends and, loved ones, it's like everybody's so busy. It's like, I think it's become toxic that we're so busy that we don't have time to relax. Or when you try to plan something with someone, it's like they never have time. That goes to what I was saying about the idea of taking it easy sometimes. We need to take it easy more often. I feel like we'd have a more calm, less chaotic world if we all took it easy more often. And yes, maybe the solution is to bed rot. I'm just kidding. At least, like, once in a while, it's okay. Maybe it would make a difference. What do you think? Do you totally disagree with my view? I respect if you do. I am still curious either way. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, like, I do want to do a video next time about how maybe it's just the chaos of how busy we are has become too chaotic. Like, it's just gotten out of hand. Like, it's become a problem in and of itself that we just don't know how to relax. or we feel guilty relaxing. How is that okay? How is it okay that you don't have time to have quality time with your loved ones or your friends because you're so busy? But no, that's the right thing to do. The right thing to do is to just go, 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 not have time to enjoy life. I just don't agree with that. But I respect everyone's view. I know it's different for everyone. I'm just saying in general, because some people want to be very productive. Some people, um, without their contributions, without them being constantly nonstop, we wouldn't have some of the luxuries that we have today, such as technology or, you know, um, the ability to travel by plane, for example. These are just things that maybe some people needed to, but I think we all have adopted this view that we can't take it easy, we can't relax. And I don't mean to go off in a tangent about being busy. I'm just saying that this is a segue into probably another video, but I just don't think that the idea of us stigmatizing being on social media or being on your phones, what have you, is really necessary or even constructive. So I'm curious what you think. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.